So, wir machen uns mal auf. Wetter ist ein bisschen umgeschlagen. Ich war gerade noch mal heilen. Und ja, jetzt begleiten wir sie zurück nach Hafen, ne?
We're finally back!
Ja, das sind wir wohl.
I'm still... Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
Ja, weißt du, wo es lang geht in die Wildnis,
I
ne?
suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now. That's right! Where do you want to go first, then? I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Alles klar, machen wir.
Happy to come with.
Aber natürlich immer gerne. So. Mit den Kranstatuen da. So. Wo? Ach, ganz dahin. Ja, da. Das machen wir komplett anders. Da huschen wir hier hin. Hier ist es nur bewölkt. Da hinten geht die Welt unter. Aber gut. Warten wir mal ganz kurz. Tun die. Mal kurz warten. Und go. Jetzt mit voller Ausdauer. Wahrscheinlich hat es auch ein bisschen weniger schon gereicht, aber hey, ist ja erstmal egal. Willkommen.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Mhm.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents.
Das ist dann natürlich doof, ne?
It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Is that... It is! It's Lady Ganyu.
Die alte Ganyu, alter Mann, die ist jung. Du bist ein alter Knoche.
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
Ja, gute alte Ganyu. Nee, mir ist das direkt ein wenig unangenehm.
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Chising, the Tianshu.
Tianshu?
What? This grandpa is a member of the Chising? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity.
Okay.
Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Ich versuche mich gerade zu erinnern, ob ich hier je in die Quere gekommen bin.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Ja, wahrscheinlich schon, ne?
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Chising.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Chising secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Stimmt doch gar nicht. Ach so, Hilfe, das ist sowas von viel wert, wenn man jemanden hat, der einen an die Hand nimmt, wenn man irgendwo neu anfängt.
Talking about secretaries. Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huisin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Okay, Problem.
Yes, she works at High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at High Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
Ja, aber vielleicht machst du auch noch andere Sachen zu deinen Aufgaben und nicht nur die Jing. Mal ganz ehrlich, es gibt noch mehr im Leben, als nur irgendwem zu dienen und zu arbeiten, ne?
She's back in character, just like that, huh?
Hier ist von einem Mitglied der Qixing zu erwarten war, hilft er nun Ganyu. Ganyu hat das wohl nicht einfach, hat das wohl nicht einmal bemerkt.
Let's move then, to High Pavilion.
Ja. Dann auf geht's, ne? Da hinten? Da oben. Okay. Hier gibt es nur eine Sache, die man machen kann. Man springt hier ins Blaue. Und hier irgendwo. Na, du da? Mit dir wollte ich reden.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little?
Quatsch.
I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he?
Nö.
Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from High Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
Ja gut, hat ja auch bei ziemlich großen Mentoren gelernt, ne?
What can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records.
Oha.
There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation.
Uiuiui. Na, wer will denn da gerade
Without
betrügen?
any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
Sieht so aus, als wenn man auf eine Arbeitserfahrung von 1000 Jahren zurückblicken kann. Hm? Sie darüber nachdenkt. Aha. Aha.
All right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Ich nicht. Keine Ahnung.
Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Okay. Dann macht's wild.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Ebola, ist das nicht der komische Schmierlappen unten am Pier? Ich glaube schon, ne? Ja, das ist der Schmierlappe unten am Pier. Wusste es. Guckt ihn euch an. Ah.
Aha, we meet again, traveler. And you must be from... I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
Ja, holt man nicht.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuahai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Oh, tax records? Thriving?
Schrecklich.
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil.
Oh Mann, okay, das ist richtige Liebe
I'd
zwischen den
rather
Dänen.
lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Nehmen sich Konkurrenten immer so? Wie erbärmlich.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully.
Das will ich aber auch meinen, ne? Also wirklich jede einzelne Position hätte ich gerne Auflistung.
Line by line and word by word.
Genau das habe ich erwartet von einem Schmierlappen. Bolai benimmt sich etwas Zeit, um die Steuererklärung
Here, I
aufzunehmen.
found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
Mhm.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of...
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
Diese Liebe einfach.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
Ja,
I
immerhin.
hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Genau, wir machen das schon.
That's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Ja, genau deswegen hat sie ja so viel Arbeit. Weil ihr alle unfähig seid. Ist ja so. Ey, verkaufst du irgendwas? Nö. Den Scheiß kannst du selber behalten. Wo ist denn diese Schreinerei? Hier hinten im Dorf, okay. Aber von mir aus. Na dann huschen wir mal nach da hinten. So, irgendwo da drüben, unten. Bam. Auch ein sehr, sehr schönes Dorf hier, wie ich finde. So, und zu dir sollen wir gehen. Okay, here I am, Meister Lu. Na?
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you?
Wir brauchen Rechnungen, Junge.
I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Was?
King's Ursa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon, sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something.
Ja.
Ask away then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
Das Fleisch ist schwach.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hast du nicht mehr?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters.
Oh.
As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave.
Okay, na dann kümmern wir uns eben drum.
Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you
Kein
can
Problem
teach
damit.
those louts a lesson.
Auf
So
geht's, ne?
that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Arbeiten bis zum Tod, ja? Jetzt sollte man doch mal ein,
Take
zwei
back the warehouse,
Azubis
find
mehr
the invoice.
einstellen,
Time
ne?
for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
Was machen die
They
denn
must
hier?
be plotting something
Dicke
against
Brocken.
Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Sollten wir ihn nicht zuerst am Weichen beobachten?
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it
Das sind ja auch Fatui, die führen nie was
my
Gutes im Schilde.
intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Ja, auf geht's, ne? Guck dir den Dicke an da unten. Ja dann, hä? Bist du für ein Kleiner? Hm? Guck mal hier, das schenke ich dir.
Yeah, punishment. You can't run.
Aber auch interessant, der gefriert nicht, obwohl er ja eigentlich Wasser hat, ne? Naja, wir hauen den langsam aber sicher runter.
You scoundrels!
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
Ich glaube, wir waren hart genug. Schnell raus mit der Sprache.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Qingsa village?
Das ist die Frage, ne, Ganyu?
If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to...
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries, that's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
Das war's dann also?
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us, Fatui.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
Ja, weil sie ein Gehirn hat.
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Gute Wahl. Pflück deine Beeren.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
Ah, das wird schon wieder Ganyu, keine
No worries.
Angst.
It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice after all.
Ja, das machen wir auch. Ich wette, da werden wir bestimmt ein oder zwei lustige Typis kennenlernen. Oder wiedersehen. So. Gucken. Da unten war's. Genau. Richtig.
So this is the warehouse.
Ich wusste, irgendwo waren
Those
sie.
troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got.
Ja, Paimon, wir zeigen es denen. Jetzt das glaubst du aber. Ja, blöd, ne?
What a nuisance. I missed a spot. As a good
Setz mal dein Schild ein. So, jetzt hier. Schöner Doppelhieb. Ja, das war gut. So, hier nochmal.
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation. You can't run.
Komm mal hier ran. Genau, so ist doch schön. Will er hin? Naja, von mir aus hier, ich folge dir auch. Bis du kaputt gegangen bist. Was noch mehr? Ganz schön viele Party-People jetzt hier auf einmal. Wo kommt ihr alle her? Da hinten gerade eine Versammlung oder was? Ui. Wo ist er hin? Hier unten? Na dann. Was auch immer du hier unten machst. Ich weiß es selber nicht.
All clear. Quick, let's look around.
Wird schon irgendwas Tolles sein, ne? Okay. Hirschel die Rechnung aus dem Lagerhaus wollen. Na ja, gut, von mir aus.
This one is an invoice from One Man Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it.
Und das ist dann blöd. Und die Rechnung auch einfach draußen in Kisten, ne? Wanderkrug.
This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too.
Ja gut, ne? Warum auch nicht? Wird ja leider auch immer gebraucht. Das war ja wieder klar.
This one is Second Lives. We finally found it. Let's bring this invoice back to Huishin.
Nee. Das mache ich irgendwann mal in Ruhe. Die ganzen Dinger machen. Wie gesagt, so die Map-Erforschung und sowas, das mache ich in aller Ruhe. Das muss nicht im Stream oder in der Aufnahme sein. Und pop. Dann gucken wir doch mal.
Ah, Miss Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I
Ja, aber
promise to
alles
help
gut.
you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
Gerne, klar. Auf geht's. Jetzt gucken wir mal, wie lange das dauert. Und jetzt hat jeder hier in der Stadt irgend so eine Aufgabe oder irgendein Problem für die gute Ganyu. Er ist ja Ewigkeiten unterwegs. Lieber Gast, willkommen beim Glanz und Gedeih. Was darf's heute sein? Also wegen der Steuerakten, ne?
Isn't it Huisin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you.
Ja, schwer auch sie zu vergessen, ne? So gesehen vom Finanzamt.
I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
Ja, hör lieber auf Ganyu. Sie weiß, was sie ja sagt. Und notfalls haben wir uns die Handfall. Die kann uns das ausrechnen.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Plötzlich bist du nicht mehr so selbstsicher. Sag mal, schämst du dich gar nicht, Junge?
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Oh yeah. Machen wir einen Cup de Grace bei dem, ey.
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
Eine Hand.
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't.
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
Das war ja scheinbar eine große Nummer.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Scheinbar doch.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back.
Ja, klar.
He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate?
Schön gegeneinander ausgespielt. Ganyu, du bist geil. Deckt die Steuerverfehlung von der Boutique Van Jung
I
auf.
don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Ich glaube auch nicht.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
Aber auch gut, dass sie die ganzen Geschäftsgeheimnisse und Betriebsgeheimnisse kennen, ne?
That's good.
Naja, gut.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best.
Mhm.
To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position.
Sehr gute Taktik, ne? Muss man einfach sagen. Warum soll man die Arbeit selber übernehmen, wenn es die Gegner auch, ja, untereinander machen?
That's how Uncle Tien managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father.
Ja, definitiv.
I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Ja, siehst du mal, Paimon, kannst du hier mal eine Scheibe abschneiden? Du bist nutzlos. Aber du echt viel Wissen hast teilweise. Aber es kommt zu spät immer.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was...
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
Paimon, benimm dich.
Oh, come on. It's just a meal.
Ja, eben.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Sehr schön.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
Na, kann man machen.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Dann würde ich auch sagen, gehen wir mal ganz fix da hinten hin. Wenn man auch davon aus, dass danach auch fertig ist, ne? Und die letzte Quest, die machen wir jetzt hier gerade auch noch. Den letzten Questschritt. Hoffentlich. Vielleicht ist ja wieder eine Überraschungsfeier. Für die gute Ganyu. Ja, die ist schon da. Okay. Ist aber ganz schön groß gedeckt für 4 Mann.
Miss Ganyu,
Also
thank
3
you
Mann
for
und
accepting my
Paimon.
invitation. And as for the 2 of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Ja, jetzt kommt's.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
Ja, Ganyu, sei mal ruhig.
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
Sieh mal, Ganyu. Du hast mich doch eine gewisse Wirkung auf die Menschen hier in Liyue-Hafen.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tien is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, too.
Okay, Familienbusiness scheinbar.
At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough.
Wie alt ist die Tochter denn dann?
But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell
Das ist
her
eine von den drei.
your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huishin. I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Tja. Oh Mann.
It's like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor, apart from my contract with Rex Lapis. They rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Richtig.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
Aber schön, dass er endlich mal die Augen geöffnet bekommen hat, ne?
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing's secretary.
Ich habe schon gesagt, dass hier, du wurdest nicht ersetzt. Du wurdest nicht entlassen. Das ist immer noch alles ein Missverständnis.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Keller immer noch voll. Es wird schlecht Wetter geben, Ganyu.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Ja, du hättest ja auch essen können. Du musst eigentlich die ganze Zeit hier bei mir herschweben. Okay. Was ist das? Ist das jetzt euer Ernst? Achso, und das kann ich jetzt erst abschließen, wenn ich das da gemacht habe. Okay. Oh Mann, ey. Gut, da sind wir jetzt gerade weitergerutscht. Naja, hier, wir hangeln uns von Quest zu Quest. Ist doch auch okay. Ja, irgendwie scheiße, aber ja. Na gut. Also, trotz 10 Minuten länger kriegen wir die Quest nicht abgeschlossen. Ärgert mich jetzt, aber so ist es. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und bis zur nächsten Folge, ihr Lieben. Ciao, ciao.
Don't we have a job?